Hello everyone, welcome back. I'm sorry it's been a long time. I've had a lot going on in my life, but we're going to pull this engine. And I'm going to go over a little bit of the details, just a real quick version of the engine pull, just showing key points where you need to disconnect things in order to pull the engine to make this as clear and simple as possible for everyone that is going to do it themselves. So let's just get right in. Alright, so I just drained the oil and I got the car lifted up, put jack stands there. Go ahead and come in here, take off this little sensor connector thing right there, and then go ahead and pull that out. Disconnect that nut and that nut so that the wires coming from the ignition here, if you have these, I believe the original also has at least one wire. You're going to take those off, come over to this side, disconnect your little tail light plug, and then you're going to do the fuel filter, which I am actually going to relocate this fuel filter up to the front of the car where it doesn't have a fire hazard being over the generator there. This is going to be 10 mil right there to get that one off, and then you're going to go 8 mil right there to get that one off. So disconnect those two wires. For the carburetor, you need to take off this 7 mil nut right here, and then back there, just slightly bigger, but you have to loosen that so it'll release the cable, and then just pull that through. All right, so now underneath the car, from the back right corner, I'm gonna come up here. Here is the starter cable, which is attached with a little cotter key sort of thing. So you gotta straighten that out and then use like pliers or something to pull it out the top there. While you're down here, go ahead and take off the nuts for the bell housing. There's one there, one there. There's 3 more going up the side over there. From the driver's side over here, we've got the flywheel down here. So right up here, this is the clutch cable. And you're gonna have to take that little nut right there and then loosen that one to get the clutch cable out. There's those couple of bolts here and then up there for the bell housing. And that's it on this side. To take this nut off right here, open that up, keep a little bit of pressure off of that, and you can finagle that sideways to get it out of there. And since that's disconnected, this can just kind of wiggle. It's hard to do with one hand, but there we go. All of a sudden I might look a little different because it's been a while since I've done any work on this car. That little clip that you were just watching, it's been months since then. A lot has changed. I'm sorry, but I actually have COVID right now, so I'm doing this while in quarantine. So, okay, for the whole back of the engine being supported, connected to the car, all that, don't even worry about this, okay? There is a 13 mil right there, 13 mil right there, and then same thing on the other side over here. So you're gonna take those off while supporting the engine. I'm gonna get a jack under here. Make sure you're supporting it before you take those off. Pop this off now. You can see that's all one unit that will come out. If you want the transmission to come out with the engine, then you're not going to take the bolts off the bell housing and you're not going to take off the starter like I'm doing right now. But because I have the upgraded shafts, it's a lot harder to get these out. So I do want the engine to separate from the transmission. Make sure you get those starter bolts. One there, and one on the other side over there. Make sure you get all 3 of those out. Pull the starter out because that holds the engine and transmission together as well. I'm ready to just pull the whole thing out. Alright, so once everything here is disconnected, get your hose that supplies the warm air for the cabin disconnected right up here, and just kind of give it some tugs. Work with this, work with the bumper, whatever you got to do, and it should end up popping out. Right about like that. Now I can see that it's clearly disconnected. So now go through in here, make sure that it's not going to catch up on anything. Make sure that you are in fact disconnected with all the wires and everything before you start really yanking it out. And then slide it out. You're good. Here we are. Engine out. Time for me to do some work. hopefully get it better than ever. And I'm gonna drive it in original state for a while. This is the original numbers matching engine, so I'm gonna get it registered for use in America with this numbers matching engine, and then probably just enjoy it that way for a while, and then ultimately end up putting my performance engine back in. I apologize for this taking so long to the people that I told that I was going to be making this video that may have been waiting for it. I'm sorry for that. There's just a lot that was going on. Hopefully things will go a little bit better in the future. Take care.